Sage Wanderer here, coming at you from Cowtown, Texas, Fort Worth. So, I wanted to talk a little bit about the Virginia rally that's coming up. First and foremost, a lot of you don't want me to go. You're afraid that it's going to turn bad. And many of you have been listening to Matt Bracken from InfoWars. And here's the thing about Matt. Matt always thinks everything is a setup. If I listened to Matt, I never would go to any rally. I would never participate in any open gathering because to him, they're all fraught with danger. And he's right. Going to this rally is dangerous. Driving across the country to get there is dangerous. You know what? My job is dangerous. I drive like over 1,000 miles a week in my job. Owning firearms are dangerous. Shooting guns are dangerous. Fishing and going out on the boat is dangerous. Swimming in the ocean is dangerous. Nowadays, dating is dangerous as all get out. It's why I don't even try to participate anymore. It's all dangerous. And I must admit that all of the negativity about the Virginia rally was starting to make me, well, okay, so after it was official and I agreed that I was going and the money had come in to pay for the basics of the trip, I got hit with this feeling of dread. Just a total feeling of, well, it was fear. It was definitely not peace of mind, and it just gnawed at me and ate at me. And the more people talked about it on my channel that it was dangerous, the more it chewed at me. And I was starting to regret that I had decided to go. And part of me was trying to figure out some way to get out of it, okay? And then I said to myself, self? I don't call myself self, I guess. But I thought, okay, when have I felt this feeling before? When have I had this exact feeling before? What came of it? What was the feeling warning me against? And, you know, in retrospect, do I wish I would have heeded to this feeling? Because the feeling was familiar. And when I sat down and really analyzed this feeling of dread and foreboding, I realized it was the exact same feeling I had the night after I posted my first channel video on this channel. That after coming out and making a stand and talking about Civil War and putting myself on the radar for them to, you know, put me on the list, I woke up in the middle of the night just with the feeling of, oh my God, what have I done? Oh, what have I done? I made this video and now they're going to come get me and Antifa is going to stalk me and come get me and blah, I'm scared. Okay, when else did I have this feeling? Well, my first real job as a preacher and my most successful position as a preacher, I was hired as a youth pastor. Now, I wasn't trying to be hired as a youth pastor. I was trying to be hired as assistant pastor. I was trying to get hired even just to run the technology department, you know, the audio and sound, and to not to be the praise and worship leader, because they had one of those, but to be the band director, okay? And I was angling for a job in this church when they offered me the job of youth pastor. I never dreamed of being a youth pastor. But, you know, I thought about it, I briefly prayed about it, and I accepted the job because I wanted to work for that church really bad, right, in any capacity. That night, I woke up in the middle of the night, sat straight up in bed, and went, oh my God, what have I done? And it was the exact same feeling I'm having now. So, almost every time that I've gambled on something and stepped out of my comfort zone to try something, it turned out to be a great thing. It turned out to be a defining moment for me. It turned out to be me stepping into my destiny. And when I realized that I was having the same feeling about this trip to Virginia, I knew right then that this was me stepping into my destiny again. That this, once again, was me stepping out of my comfort zone, and it was imperative that I do this because it was going to be a positive thing. At no time in my life have I had the spirit of dread like that and followed through with something only for it to turn out to be a bad thing. It's always turned out to be a good thing. And for the first time in my life, I really equated that feeling of dread and, oh my God, what have I done, directly with a demonic influence to try to make me stop. Let me follow up on that. That's the feeling the devil gives to me when he wants me to quit. That's the why don't you quit and go home stage. It's too big. It's too scary. It's too much. It's not your comfort zone. It's not your thing. You should stay in your van down by the river. You should stay in your shotgun shack and talk about it. You don't need to go to the Portland rally. That's another thing. That rally I went to in Portland where I met Owen Schroyer and I got onto InfoWars. And it kind of cemented me for somebody who's not an armchair warrior, but a guy that goes out and does it. The night before, I had the same feeling of dread. In fact, I canceled the trip only to get inspired again and restart the trip in the morning. And eventually I went to that big rally in Portland. And it kind of, it showed that I'm not a talker. I'm not just a talker, that I will go out and do things too. And so this feeling of dread is intense. It's been intense. But when I realized what it was, it just went away. Now, I had about a day where it was gone, but it's kind of trying to creep back on me, and it's something I'm continually fighting. But I understand that this event in Virginia is a watershed moment. It's extremely important. And it's extremely important that I be there for some reason, and I don't know why. Will my life end on the way to Virginia or in Virginia or on the way back from Virginia? I don't know. You got to die of something. You can't just sit around, Matt Bracken, in your studio and fear over things. Now, I got to give Matt some respect because I know he's a Navy SEAL. Okay, you don't get that by being a wuss, right? But at the same time, you can't let fear rule you. And even though Matt Bracken doesn't want me and you to go, right, he's telling us it's a trap. InfoWars isn't listening to him because their whole A-team, their whole string, A string of guys over there, they're all going. AJ's going, Schroer's going, everybody's going. Everybody's going to be there. Anybody anybody is going to be there from YouTube. That all of the alternative press is showing up there, and I'm going to be part of it. I've determined I'm not going to let this this feeling of foreboding or fear overtake me, and I will do this, and I will go out there and fulfill my destiny. And furthermore, God doesn't ordain what he won't sustain, or doesn't sustain what he didn't ordain. What God ordains, he sustains. How's that? So I received enough money. It's barely enough. I could use more help. I could. I'm going to come up short, but I'm going anyway. I'm not letting anything stop me at this point. You know, if I think the count right now is I have $1,100. So I think that should be enough to get me out there and back, but probably not cover my almost a week of missed work. And but what I covet most from you is your prayers. And I know that if God's angels are protecting me, then I have nothing to fear. And so continue to pray for me, continue to pray for my protection, and pray that things go smoothly. I can't stream with this phone. There's something wrong with this phone. It won't let YouTube stream. It won't give it authorization. So I've got to try to figure out a way to get streaming happening. If not, I'm going to just post up. I'll just shoot a quick video, post it up, shoot a quick video, post it up. But I really like to do a live stream because that's another way that you guys can help me financially through the super chats. So, but once again, if you want to help financially, it's not too late. P.O. Box 2915, Weatherford, Texas 76086. You can see it in the about portion of my channel. It has it written down there, so you can find the address to mail to it. I'm hung up with other methods like Patreon and PayPal, and I'm trying to figure a workaround. I'm going to have to get human beings to talk to me, because my big problem is my name isn't really Sage Wanderer, right? So everything's in Sage Wanderer. And I have a DBA, but that's not working for me when it comes to PayPal, people like that. Or it probably will eventually if I figure out how to go about doing it. So much going on, so many things happening at once. But yeah, if you guys want to help, great. If not, I'm willing to take the hit at this point out of my own pocket to be there. I just feel like it's my destiny to be there. And I feel like I'm supposed to be there. And if I wasn't supposed to be there, then that spirit of fear, which comes from the devil, wouldn't be coming so hard against me. And you know, I'm not afraid of much of nothing, right? I'm the kind of guy that'll charge hell with a water pistol. And I guess in some ways, that's what I feel like I'm doing. Like I'm charging hell in Virginia with a water pistol. But I know, A, I'm not alone, and B, you guys have my back, whether it's financially or through prayer or through support. I need discernment. I've got people that have contacted me via email that want to put me up in the area, and it was going to require me trusting them. And, you know, trust is not my main strength, right? That's why I'm a loner. I don't, you know, no one can let you down if you don't trust them, right? If you don't lean on them, they can't ever drop you if you just always stand on your own 2 feet. So, but I know at some point I got to accept help. I mean, I gotta, no man's an island kind of thing. So I'm struggling with that too. So I just wanted to give you an update where I'm at. Everything right now for me is in preparation of this Virginia move, and I feel like for some reason it's going to be a big deal. Will civil war break out while I'm there? Probably not. I mean, the more I think about it, the more I think that it'll get worse later. Could a false flag event happen? You know, yeah. Could I get hurt by Antifa? Sure, anybody could. They're going to be there. They're coming. I think they're stupid to show up, but they're going to be there, apparently. From what I hear, there's going to be the regular ruckus that happens when any of us on the right try to gather together. Antifa's always there to stop us. So, anyway, I covet your prayers, and I'm going to try to get back to my task at this point, and I'm trying to procure some kind of undercover helmet. I don't want to go there looking like I'm dressed for war, but at the same time, well, there's a thing called a bump cap. And it looks like a ball cap, but it's got a little protection built in. And I'm trying to track one of those down right now. So that's what I'm doing in Fort Worth. But I want to take this minute, make this video, let you guys know what's up, and know that I am going to Virginia along with everybody else. And I hope to make contact with all the, like, I think the Guns and Gadget guy's going there. What is it, American Joe? He's going there. Of course, obviously, the InfoWars crowd will be there. Hey, I'd love to just suck up next to them and get to ride around in their armored vehicle. That'd be kind of cool. Sage in the bullhorning from the InfoWars armored vehicle in Virginia. Wouldn't that be a heck of a video? I don't know. It's going to be cold. The odds are stacked against us, but there's a lot of us going. So we'll just keep you posted and keep your eye on Richmond, Virginia on Monday. God save our republic.